Alright, fucking A. Dan, welcome to Yarns on the Piss.
This is your show, bro.
Yeah.
You're leading the whole,
Yeah, I know.
leading the whole dance.
That's why I'm leading the piss as well. That's why the bigger fucking
Not
mic.
on the piss yet.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, eh? Fucking, how's it going anyway?
I'm gonna have a V.
How does that even work, bro? Like, how do you mix it?
Bro, first of all, you got me a coffee mug. And you get the biggest cup known to man.
Fuck, I got this from my
I
mate.
drink half of that, and then I'm just gonna do a beer mix.
That sounds fucking awful though, bro. Like,
Who's
fucking,
on the piss show at 10 in the morning?
fuck, bro. Like, people with, you know, good taste. People who need something to look forward to in the morning, bro.
It is good.
That's what they
It
need.
is good.
Yeah, bro. Like,
I might just sip them both. I don't want to pour that in there.
yeah, bro, that's disgusting. But then, bro, don't you and Kai mix your wine with Sprite or some shit like that?
Nah, he goes wine Coke Zero.
Wine and Coke Zero.
It's not a bad mix, to be honest. Nah, he put me onto it when we were in Thailand, though, when we were training in Thailand.
Fuck, hey. Fuck, that is...
It's quite hot.
Yeah.
It's quite hot. You're sweating a lot. You're sitting on the beach. Like, you need to drink, like, quite a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, super strong. It doesn't have, like, a big volume.
Yeah.
It's, like, a bit, like, low percentage. But you're gonna drink, like...
Because one will fuck you up real
You'll
fast.
drink, like, 3 litres of it.
Oh, true.
And you feel like... You don't feel, like, bloated.
Oh,
You're just, like, sweating.
Do you still have, like, a mad hangover from that, though, if you do that?
No, because, yeah, if you drink too much red wine, you get a little bit not.
But then, like, a combination
And how
of
is
that.
my wife's grandmother? She drinks Spanish, so she drinks red wine or Sprite.
Oh, fuck it, eh?
So now I just drink.
What does that taste like? Is that, like...
It's nice. It's
Yeah,
nice.
is it sweet?
It's like
Because, like, what the...
super sweet. I drink it with Sprite Zero as well.
So you're basically drinking a Cody in a way.
Nah, like red wine, anti-inflammatory. Sprite Zero, like
Throw the nutritional value anti-inflammatory.
Sprite Zero, no calories. Bro, look, if you want to be a professional athlete and drink, you can't just be like, I'm gonna drink straight whiskey. Well, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, but that's
Nah,
like
you probably
low
would.
calories.
That would
isn't it?
probably work.
Low calories, isn't it?
Everything is about balance.
But you say that whiskey's like your fight juice.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm gonna drink whiskey.
Yeah. But it's nutritionally beneficial. That's what
I
you
have bottles of whiskey I don't want to touch.
Oh yeah. Any good ones? Like real fucking good ones?
Yeah. I got Johnny Walker 18 year premium sitting there, bro. Sitting there.
Oh, I never gave you a try. Oh no, you did try the proper whiskey, right? The proper 12, right? Well, I gave it to you.
Nah, I didn't drink it. I was like
That's
2
right.
weeks ago.
That was just before your fight. That's right.
That was like 2 weeks ago. I'm not gonna drink it.
It was fucking good though. It was good. It's up there with the best.
Oh, bro. You're lying.
Nah, bro, it's actually real fucking good, eh? Yeah.
It's just like vanilla whiskey, though. Like.
I can see why they got like $1 billion
like
in sales.
flavored
You know what?
whiskey. I'll get into my beer first.
Yeah.
Holy heck. Just sat down, man. Just
Bro, it wakes you up. It wakes you up. It's icy apple, bro.
Just open
Icy
my
apple.
eyes. Have you got it on level 100 again?
Nah. That's 38. Level 100 will kill you, bro. That's the one you wanted me to try. You wanted to up the voltage to like 100 on that, and you were like trying to like bait me into it. You're like, oh, I guess you're not a tough guy. You like, you got the build-ups.
Oh, my peer pressure game is strong.
Right, it's strong, bro.
My peer pressure game is strong. I'm
Guess
like very hard to peer pressure, and I'm like very.
You got like the Spartan pep talk. You were like saying shit like you're like oh I guess
man.
you're like I guess you don't want to be remembered. They'll remember this.
This is why no one will remember your name.
There we go. I was like, oh fuck.
That's one of my classic
Fuck.
go-to
eh.
peer pressure.
Fuck. But I was watching like last night. I was watching a game, this is the third time I watched today, your first MMA fight. I was watching that, right? And I didn't realize, like, I thought you went on this mad barrage in the first moment, right? Like when you were fighting that guy at the YMCA for the first time, right? Fuck, you went in there, right? And you threw about like 4 power kicks straight away, right? I was like listening to the introductions, they're like, oh, we don't know much about this guy, Daniel over here, but the other guy's done Muay Thai. He's had about 4 Muay Thai fights. He's been training in MMA for about 4 months, and then you had just picked up fighting altogether 6 months before.
Yeah.
So you hadn't done Muay Thai, you hadn't done boxing, you hadn't done anything. You just went into MMA. You had 6 months training, and then you fight at the YMCA against this guy as, you know, a fair bit more experience in terms of combat sports, right? And you fucking just go in there, right? Throw 4 power kicks at the guy, he falls down, and you capitalize on that, and you go for a rear naked choke, and then you get him into a better position, and then you slip that in, and then you win that. And that all happened in the span of like a minute and a half, right?
No, it was like 40 seconds.
It was fucking quick. That's what I remember.
I remember that. I remember that. That's why I felt there's no better start.
Whoa, what's going through your mind before then? Because you look so, you look amped as fuck, bro. Like you had a Monster Energy drink before you.
I was just a kid. Were you like when you were 19? Like you're just full of piss and vinegar?
Yeah.
More like just pure ignorance of what it was.
Or
like I just went in to get in a fight. Like I just wanted to get in a fight. Like it's like free reign.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want to do. Like do whatever you want to do.
Bro, you did look uber keen there, and the funniest part was like after the fight's over, right? Like the ref talks to like the announcer, and then he raises the other guy's hand right after.
Yeah.
And then they announce him as the winner. And you're like, what the fuck's going on?
I was like, did I get disqualified? Because I was pretty oblivious to like the rules in it. Like, I didn't know like.
It was a bit of an awful mess in terms of the organisation of that. I mean, like fucking, you had like, bro, yeah, like, bro, they're like, they see the guy get rear naked choke and they're like,
that was the show's premier country promotion, bro.
Bro, 2009 it was a different age. It was a different age
in the country. That's as good as it got.
Back then.
Yeah, that was like. I just came in at like a good time.
Yeah, so because at that time, right, you were training at a strike force, and at the time
I was training my coach John Olsen.
Oh, John Olsen. Yeah. So it wasn't Carl Weber.
Nah. Carl was the promoter for the show and the matchmaker.
Yeah.
He put the show on. I was training with John Olsen.
Yeah.
Like we've had a few other training partners, but it was always like just consistently me and him. And then, yeah, for the first probably 3 years of my career, I just trained under John, and we kind of just moved around different places.
Okay. Because you said when that fight happened, like fucking, they just said to you, oh, you want to do an MMA fight? And they're like, it's a pro fight. And you're like, oh, what does that mean? They're like, oh, no shin guards.
No, I was scheduled to fight like an amateur MMA fight.
Yeah.
I had like an amateur, and I was building up to that, so I knew like I was gonna fight.
Yeah.
But it was just like an amateur fight on ICNZ, which used to run back in the day. And, yeah, like a couple weeks before, my coach was like, "Oh, do you want to fight pro?" I was just like, "What is that?" And he's just like, "Oh, no shin pads." I was like, "Oh, I don't want to fight with shin pads anyway." And so I just jumped into it. I had no idea that it would like stay on your pro record or be on your pro record for the rest of your career. And then I fought amateur 2 weeks later. So you'll even see it if you like look on my.
It's such a confusing sequence.
You look at the dates. It's got the pro fight, and then 2 weeks later I fight amateur fight.
Only in New Zealand you can do that. You can go from professional to amateur, whereas in other countries.
It's good. There's like we have a lot of like smart people at the top.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of like Terry. There's a lot of guys that have been doing this for a long time, and they have the best interest of the sport at heart. And I'm glad that they're like running the show, right?
Yeah.
And they don't add like unnecessary like red tape. Like in some of the Australian states and like in America, it's ridiculous the amount of red tape that they have to really stop things. Like, and so many people that they just want to be in any club. Like they would be in like they would be like the vice president of the neighborhood watch association.
Yeah.
But they fell into the role in MMA.
Yeah.
And so now they're like telling fighters like they can't do things and they need to sign here and this guy can't fight because he didn't tick this box at this date. And it's fucking ridiculous, to be honest.
Well, I mean, it is ridiculous.
In New Zealand, like, if you want to fight, there's very few people that will stop you. And like a lot of red tape, and it's like the people we have running MMA in New Zealand are like fighters.
Yeah.
They're all fighters. They're from fighter backgrounds.
It's such a foreign concept,
They fought themselves, so they understand the game.
It blows my mind, though. It blows my mind that you can have people that have never engaged in the sport, right, making decisions for people that engage in the sport. You know, it's like in America, you get a lot of people as well, like fighters that get trained by people that have never really had like a lot of experience in the sport. You know, they go.
Yeah, and like coaching it, that's I don't know, man. Some of the best coaches in the world have never fought.
Blows my mind, bro. Because like for yourself, you've always said to me, right, that that you're someone that goes on evidence, where you've seen evidence, and obviously coaches have trained other fighters as well, right? But for me, like when I think of like who I want to teach me something, right, it's someone that's done it and they've really done it, you know?
Yeah. But in that same hand, like great fighters don't always make like great coaches. Like that's not hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like just because you did it doesn't mean you can like teach someone how to do it. Coaching, you just have to see like what works. See what it takes a very smart mind to put that all together and build a fighter. Coaching, I would say, is much harder than fighting.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, like a million times more.
It does sound complicated the way you explain it about managing personalities.
Managing personalities is like the main thing. Like everyone, whatever makes everyone click is a bit different.
Especially like when you say like the different ways you have to motivate a fighter when you're in the corner. And because that was something I didn't understand when I used to watch the UFC fights, and you see fighters and you see cornermen approach the fighters in certain ways that didn't make sense to me. You explained to me back in the day, like about the fact that, you know, the cornerman knows the personality of that fighter and knows the motivation that the fighter needs to pick themselves up to be able to execute to the best of their abilities. And that sounds like such a difficult thing to manage as a coach.
Yeah, that's why it's funny when you watch it and people like criticize the way that a cornerman like talks to a fighter.
Yeah.
That's weird. It's like taking a very small glimpse into a relationship. Like there's a couple, you overhear the conversation they're having, and shut up, yeah, you prick, like, and you might think that they don't like each other, but it's just the way that they interact. They just joke around and have a bit of banter. So it's like that. It's like overhearing something, or coach speaks to a fighter in the corner for like a split second. And then you're trying to analyze that entire relationship of 10 seconds, like,
pretty much. That's true. I mean, like, and I guess that's something like, I don't know, like, was that something that, how early on did you learn that in terms of the relationship of understanding fighters and understanding the motivations that they need? Because, like, how long now have you been actually just coaching? I mean, like prior to like the Combat Academy stuff, because I remember I used to see you at City Kickboxing doing like one-on-one coaching as well over there, and I'm sure you did it in Thailand as well, right?
Yeah. So it was only like a few months after I started training, like because I trained under my coach John Olsen. If he would be away one day, he would just get me to run the class tonight. So well, after like a few months. I guess like I was always like teaching. It just comes with the sport. Like it gives you like a better understanding of everything if you're teaching. So I've coached, I guess, the whole time.
Fuck, so we're talking 10 years then?
Yeah.
Okay,
And so
yeah.
like everything, most stuff, you just do it instinctively. The whole time you've been managing personalities. But I guess you just become like more aware of it over time.
So there's like some fighters where you would give technical advice in terms of how they need to approach the next round, but then some fighters you won't even go into the technical aspect of it.
Nah, that changes. That's a hard call to make because it's like every fight is different, every situation is different. Like planning what kind of advice, like it could be a million different things can happen. Like the fighter can get dropped in the first 10 seconds, and then what are you gonna yell out? Like, take 3 steps to your left and feint and get your jab. Like, bro, you just got dropped. Like, if you're beating a fight before and you get dropped, like, you're just like, what the fuck? Like, I have no idea where I am.
Oh, that's a fair point.
So you just gotta be just, like, get your hands up, bro. Shit.
Like, that's a fair point. Like, your whole cognitive ability gets thrown out the window once you get dropped.
Or tired.
All time. No, but then like,
Oh, bro. Fatigue makes cowards of everyone.
Yeah.
Fatigue will make coward of any man. No matter how tough you are, if you get fucking tired, you're not gonna want to fight anymore. It's just the way it is.
I remember doing the boxing one and like, and then like,
Bro, the amount of fighters I've had come back to the corner and be like, Coach, I'm tired. I got a problem. I didn't care. That's your problem.
oh man,
Put that on the list of shit I don't care about.
But then that's also another thing as well, like with being tired. It's hard to know when someone's tired because of actual conditioning or the mental factor when they're going into their first fights as well, right? Because that was something I didn't realise that
that's like one of the
so much.
funniest things is like, you feel like when you fight, you feel like it's just the most tired you've ever been in your life. Like you feel like you're unusually tired. But I guess like at training, you're just not aware of it.
Yeah.
When you're training, like you start sweating and you get a couple rounds in and you're like, you're just not thinking about how tired you are because you know like, I've got another hour of this. Yeah.
But then you minimize that.
You're just more aware of it. You just like start getting tired in your fight. You'll be like, I can usually train for 3 hours. Why am I tired in a minute and a half? It's different.
Is that due to like they always talk about this adrenaline dump thing, like where people get like all excited, and like because of that excitement and tension, that can like weigh you down as well. Like I remember what you told me before going into the boxing ring, you were like, focus on your breathing, which I didn't do, but you're like focus on your breathing and really settle that down because you need to be real relaxed before you go in there, and like does that help with like preventing yourself from like building up too much fucking adrenaline or some shit?
Yeah, like I feel like it's the adrenaline's got to be like constant but at like a controlled rate the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, you need to really like have that just constantly at a small amount.
Yeah.
If you go too high and you get too hyped up, it happens a lot when like fighters drop someone. Like when you drop someone, you're just like, and you start seeing the finish line. He's been dropped, so you start finishing. You see the finish line, so you just sprint. You just sprint, but then like if that guy survives, you're gonna have an adrenaline jump. An adrenaline dump because you spiked like way too high. And that'll like that'll flatline for a bit. So you'll see it like a lot of times someone and your guys like you'll drop someone, go wild, and then get really tired after that. Like can't lift the hands up.
Yeah, for sure. Like, cause like with your first fight as well. I mean, like with that, did you feel that adrenaline dump?
For sure.
Yeah, fuck. That was fucking such a funny after sequence, bro. Like the ring girls came in, bro, and you're like going like this, and the ring girl goes up with a kiss, and you turn, and you do it with the second one again.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I was like, what a guy. Oh, and then like, at what point did you decide that you wanted to go to Thailand and Vietnam to like pursue further training?
So I originally went to Thailand. There was, I was training with this guy, Gareth Ely.
Yeah.
Mr. Fury.
Yeah.
He coaches out west now, but he was a New Zealand champion. We were training together at Strikeforce. And then we were big fans of Mike Swick and Roger Huerta.
Oh, yeah.
So like two OG UFC legends back in the day. And so we, they had just bought like a bunch of land and they were building a gym and they were putting up articles like, oh, it'll be finished at this date. Like it'll be finished in March.
Yeah.
So me and Gareth were like, whoa, it's 6 months. Like let's save up. Let's go in March.
Yeah.
Let's train with Swick and Huerta in Thailand. So we saved up, booked our tickets and that. But that gym like all fell through. Like there was like anyone trying to start a gym in Thailand, like it's a pain in the ass.
Or just politics?
Just like yeah, like
red tape.
They're crazy good at like protecting their like no foreigners can buy land. Like there's no foreign ownership of land.
Okay.
It's even like weird if you marry like a Thai woman. I'm not sure of the law exactly, but if you marry a Thai woman and you like buy land,
you still
like,
have those.
I think like
you still have those impositions.
I think it goes in like her name. Like, they're really good at like protecting.
So then what happened? Like, was it?
Their land.
Did you end up going at Thailand at the time that you wanted to go, or was it?
Yeah, we ended up going and we just trained, like we just cross trained at Phuket Talk Team and Tiger Muay Thai. Like I just trained it. I would do the morning sessions at Phuket Talk Team and then train at nights at Tiger Muay Thai.
But at this point, you hadn't done that 2016 trial, right? That was way later, right?
No, that was like 2015.
2015.
So that we went there in 2012, I think I was.
Yeah. And then did you go from there to Vietnam straight away, or you come back home?
No, I came back to New Zealand.
Yeah.
We only went for a month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I only went for a month. Like a super short.
How long were you in Vietnam for?
6 or 7 months.
6 or 7 months over there. You like it there?
Yeah, it was a cool experience. Like that just came up. Like one of the coaches I trained with in Thailand, like he just remembered me. He just like I would show up to training every day. Like I write notes down. Like
write notes.
Oh, you kids. Fuck, drive me up the fucking wall, bro. Like, it's insane. Like, honestly, my mind is fucking blown. Like, I'm about to go on, like, rant mode 3000. But my mind is fucking, like, you kids amaze me, bro.
What's
it's incredible.
What is it?
I used to, like, write notes. Like, I get to training at least 15 minutes early.
Yeah.
Every day. Everything. And I would drive to this side, to this side, to this side, to this side. I traveled the world. Like I went and lived here to get like all of this knowledge because I just wanted to like learn everything. And then now they have it like all in one place. Like what other sport can you show up to a gym and train with the All Blacks? Could you show up to an All Black training session and be like, oh, yo, I want to jump in this week? No. But people like have this opportunity and it's just funny to see. Like they just.
But you can't teach that to someone. That's something that's part of your makeup or you have to develop. It's like something that you can't motivate someone to get.
But I feel like we were all like that.
Yeah?
I feel like we were all like that. At the time, we were all just like super hungry to learn.
Which is a crazy thing at the time, because when you started 10 years back as well, like even back then, bro, like in terms of like going for the premier, if your goal was the premier
Nah,
legal
like,
fighting.
it wasn't.
It wasn't?
It wasn't. We didn't even think that was like a possibility.
So what were you thinking then? Like, what were
I
you
just
like?
wanted to just fight. I just wanted to fight. Like, I was just fighting. Like, I had no intention of being in the UFC. I had no intention. I had no intention of like making a living from this. I just, because you weren't making a living. Like, you're
That's what I'm. Yeah, because I knew you would.
Either fight for like $1,000 or for free. That was it.
You know.
I was fighting in New Zealand. It was probably like for free.
But then you don't know how rare it is for someone to have that type of makeup, right? Where
You just like I accepted it like a super. It's like hobo life. When you accept the hobo life.
I think that's the thing. When you have a lot of
It's like
people,
the only thing that will make you successful is
Yeah.
in this is not caring about the money. If you're in this for the money, like you'll get slaughtered. The first time you get your ass kicked, you'll just be like, oh shit, this ain't worth it. Like even if you're getting like heaps of money, like if you're not a fighter and you're not about it, like
that's true as well. But I mean, what do you think? There's a reason behind that? Why people are like that in terms of the fact that they can't stay committed to something or have that desire to actually want.
No, you just have to find something you're just truly passionate about. It has to be true passion. Like,
well, I remember I asked you about that. I asked you about after fighting, were there other avenues that you thought you'd be very passionate about pursuing, right? And you told me at the time that that the only thing that in terms of you really know and are passionate about is fighting.
I feel like if you're like, I know because I've walked away from this before. Like I've tried. I tried to walk away like a few times. The amount of times, I got like 8 losses on my record. I've retired 7 times.
Yeah.
Like I've just been like, throw the toys out the cart. Like I'm done. Like I'm done. That's enough. The amount of times I told my sister I retired, she cracks up now. She just. How
long was the period?
I'm close with my sisters. I'm close with one of my sisters, and I just every time I have to fight, she's like, "You're good," and I'm like, "Retired. I'm done." She's like, "You said that the last 6 times." Nah, this time though. This time, like.
I remember you were saying that. You were saying like your goal was to be the NZ champ.
And then of the 8 losses, the 7 retirements. The only that happened on the other one is because I had a fight the next weekend. So I was like I got my ass kicked, and then I was like fighting the next weekend. So I was like, well, you can't retire. You gotta have that fight. And then
fucking hell. Well, I mean, how does that work, right? Because right after high school, because you went to Mount Albert High School, right? And then you didn't. You just went into work full time at that point, eh? Was that what happened?
Nah. So I jumped into it straight after school. Was pretty much when I started training.
Yeah.
And what was I doing? No, I went and tried different things. But yeah, pretty soon after that, I went probably a few months after school.
Yeah.
I started landscaping. I was a landscaper.
Oh, okay.
And then I realized after time, just studying something or telling everyone you're going to university is way less physically taxing on your body than doing landscaping for 8 or 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
And then training.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I used to when I first started. Landscape all day, that's a physical job. You're pretty much like a human wheelbarrow, just carrying shit around. And then I would go straight to training. And then I would go to the gym after and just do some stupid weights. And then I would do that. That was my life for my first, leading into my first
You
fight.
did say that. I remember you were saying that.
And then I realized if you just sign up for university things, and then people are like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I was like, studying business. They'll leave you alone. They're not inquire anymore, and you're You like leave with a bag, like I'm going now to study business.
Right, it's a whole lot easier.
And I would just go to training.
Yeah.
I would just go to training.
Fuck, so you did landscape for a bit, and then did you actually go? So you actually went to uni?
Yeah. Oh, I signed up for business. That was one.
Yeah.
I passed all the first year and then.
Fuck, that sounds a bit breezier than like doing landscaping in terms of the fact that you get student allowance so you can pay those gym fees and still have a bit left over as well at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way fucking easier.
No, it's like anything. And then I was thinking about. I've done I signed up for event management after that. I was like, nah, like business.
Yeah.
This is I was like doing business and I was like, this is kind of just setting me up for. I originally signed up for business. I was like, I want to learn how to run a business.
Yeah.
So I signed up for business and then I got there for the first year and I was like, oh, they just teach me how to sit behind a fucking desk. Like, this ain't for me, man. This ain't for me. Like,
to this fucking day, he doesn't know how to run a fucking computer. Like, he tried to run the EPOS machine one time.
It's not for me, bro.
One time he tries to run the EPOS machine, bro. I'm trying to purchase a fucking like Gatorade, and it took like 10 minutes, and he's like, and
like
you
if I did like a desk job, it would probably take me like a week, and then I would like snap and steal from accounts
Exactly.
and get
Teachers
fucking
pay for
thrown
that.
out the window.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not.
plus, like, the amount of
not for me,
shit
bro.
you have to do with it. I mean, like, I was still thinking about when you set up the gym, right? I don't know how you had the patience for that, because, like, the thing is, right, like, there's so many things that you need to be aware of in terms of the financial side of things, you know, like, fucking getting an accountant, you know, taking inventory, stock, fucking filing tax returns and shit, bro. Nah, that's all good. He's got an Asian co-partner to take care of that anyway.
Come on, man.
Yeah, no, but so, I mean, like, the thing is, okay, so you do Thailand, you do Vietnam, and then at a certain point, you come back to Strike Force again. Did you do King of the Ring and then go back to Thailand? Was that what happened?
So I did King of the Ring, and then I fought. For the Australian title. Defended my Australian title.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks after that, like a month after King of the Ring.
Yeah.
And then I went to Thailand. I spent like 3 months in Thailand. After that, and then came back to New Zealand and was training in New Zealand. And then that's when I got in the UFC.
That was a beautiful fight, that King of the Ring one. Like, you like that move, that Canelo Alvarez fake uppercut, go for the body. That was a beautiful move, man.
It's the money one.
Wow.
I haven't even got it in the UFC yet.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
But like, I don't know, because like, was that something that was mentioned to you by one of your coaches, or did you just come across that watching Canelo Alvarez? Why? Like, where did you come across that move?
Yeah, I just watching film and you just picked it up and then I just drilled it every day. Like I would drill it every day and you just work it in training.
Yeah.
Like it's all good in training if you drop someone with a body shot.
Because I remember you telling that to us like in the first few weeks of the gym about, you know, the importance of a body shot and how significant that liver shot is in terms of like how easy it is for someone to drop from a liver shot. And then I saw that King of the Ring finale and how in that opening sequence when you hit that body shot, but fuck. You said you can train for, you can make any part of your body hard, but those certain organs, right, you can't.
It's just the biggest organ in your body. You know?
Yeah.
It's the most susceptible.
Fucking hell, bro. And then, was it, and it was prior to Tiger Muay Thai that you linked up with Eugene. It was before your first UFC fight, right?
Yeah, I was training with you.
Yeah.
So we would just do like 10 a.m. training. I originally started just like a few of the boys and we had like just all the top guys from around Auckland come through, like F-Team would come. Like it was me, Gareth Rod, Pat Crawley, like just 10 a.m. and we would pretty much come in and we would start the clock. And we'd do like 5 rounds with the big gloves and shin pads.
Yeah.
Like, kickboxing of takedowns.
Yeah.
And then like 5 rounds, like grappling with ground and pound.
Oh, yeah.
So we just do like 10 rounds, walk in, like everyone's, oh yes, stop, start the clock. And we would just spar, and that was pretty much like every day. It was just like every day. Sometimes we'd do like shuttle runs and then spar, but it was like pretty much we would just spar every day.
Okay.
And Eugene used to like come along to that. And like in hindsight, he would have just come and thought we were fucking idiots.
I remember Ron saying the same thing. That's why you have to do that.
He's super smart and breaks everything down, and like all the stuff that we train is like periodized, like all the grappling moves that this will lead to this, and it's like a complete system. So we would just like come and spar.
What was that like for you? Like when you started doing taking Eugene's approach to training and the system that he had. Was that like something that was difficult to transition into?
It's just something you don't think. You don't think like the best. The like smartest coach in the world is like you're already around him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always thought it was over here. Or
that's right, because
here.
I remember reading an interview Eugene gave. I think you linked up with him, but then you went to Denver, Colorado, right? Was that what happened? Yeah. And what was that experience like in terms of training in America and training? Because you trained with like Cowboys Ronnie, TJ Dillashaw, you trained with all these guys over there. But in terms of their approach to the technical side of fighting and the way they approach drilling and sparring and stuff, were there things that...
Everyone does like whatever works for them. Like,
yeah.
Whatever works for you. Like,
Did it work for you at the time when you were over there? Did you feel like...
Yeah, I felt good. It was like the head coach. What's this guy named Lisa Bowling?
Yeah.
And I thought it was incredible. He was a great coach. He was a wrestling coach, and I've over time like found like a coach that just made me like passionate about something. Like I wasn't until I ran into Fernando Makachero in Thailand. That he made me like love jiu-jitsu, and I was just I was always doing jiu-jitsu, and you would just do it. You would just do it because you don't want to get choked out in a fight, right? Like,
so you weren't really passionate about it?
Well, like you want to choke people out, like you want to, like I knew it worked, and I had to train it, but it wasn't like he made me passionate.
So those earlier fights where you would get people into submissions, did you find that they weren't as satisfying as opposed to like getting a knockout?
But it wasn't getting knockouts.
At the time, was the submissions, was it?
Like I would stop people with like cuts or like
doctor stoppers.
it's like like I would just cut people and then the fight would get stopped. And I felt like it's what you're gonna go with whatever's the easiest way to win, right? So early on it was like people were not that great at defending chokes, so you could like just wrap a choke up and get guys out of there. But if their jiu-jitsu gets to like a certain level, I guess I would just realize like all I gotta do is like cut a guy and then they'll stop the fights, right? And that's not, and I feel like that's undervalued as well, like cutting a guy and then they're like, people would say, oh, that was an unfortunate ending. It's like, not really. Like if I cut you and it's like a small cut and then I punch it a couple of times and it goes to a big cut and then they stop the fight.
That happened to the Asian guy, right?
Yeah, and they say like, oh, that's an unfortunate way to end. What do you think I'm going to do if we continue to fight?
Yeah.
If we continue to fight, I'm not going to kick him in the leg or kick him in the arm. No, I'm going to punch him in the cut until that like grows and grows and grows. Like once a cut is open, like it's very easy to make like a lot bigger, and then you're gonna turn like the ring into a mess, and eventually he's gonna lose like so much blood that he gets tired. So like a cut is definitely like a legitimate way to stop a fight. But I just felt like I would just cut people and then they would just be like, yep, stop, like the fight's finished. But I guess like now I'm at the UFC level where like everyone's like jiu-jitsu is really good. You can't just like cut them. Like easiest way to finish a fight is just to knock someone out, I guess.
Easy said that, done there.
Way easier said than done.
Fucking just knocked him out.
Way easier said everything done.
It's like how the fucking casual fans talk, bro, like when they're looking at the stands. Like, fucking just be forward, cat.
Just knock them out.
No, I can't stand there, bro. Like when I went for fucking
Underappreciated.
well, bro, when I went to watch my first fight ever, and it was Dempsey's kickboxing fight, bro, I was getting fucking, my brain was hurting, bro. Like
That's one of the classics.
Yeah, bro.
What do you mean?
Like, bro.
That's one of the classics that all yell out in the crowd. Just knock them out. Like that's like one of my go-to.
Like, cause
Bro, if you don't show up, you pay your money for your ticket. But you can sit in your seat and yell out whatever the fuck you want to yell out. I do not care.
There's just no compassion there, bro. Like fucking, I'm sitting, I'd only been training for 2 months, bro, and I hear these guys in the back. Fuck, I just walk forward. I just fucking walk forward and fucking haymakers, bro. I was like, am I fucking hearing this right now?
Yeah, but they're never actually gonna fight. Like,
bro.
because you have a fight, like you realize.
Fight
Like,
fans, it's
That's
the most
different.
interesting dynamic in terms of like the relationship between fighters and fight fans, bro. But like the thing is, yeah, I mean, like one thing I was curious about, like, because with your upbringing, you know, like, and seeing your parents, right, what was their whole response to you wanting to be a cage fighter?
I guess once they see how much you put into it, they they would just leave you alone. It's not like I was like, I'm gonna be a cage fighter.
Did they ever do a sit down with you, bro? Like a sit down people?
Nah, my mom was solid, bro. Like she was like at my first fight, like she's she's like watched the whole thing but she's seen like how much like I put into it. It's not like I don't fuck around with this. Like, it was never like a joke to me. Like my first fight, I didn't drink for like 8 months.
Wow.
I would just like eat super clean. And she seen me do that, like go to landscaping all day, training, go do weights. I get home at like 10 p.m., eat, and then I would go to work at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So I'm like at home from like 10 p.m. to like 6 a.m. So she's just like, oh. And then I'm gonna have a fight. Like she was like, oh, well, he's like obviously training like pretty hard for it. He's not like mucking around with it. If I was like said, I'm gonna have a cage fight. You know, I was like on the beers with my mates, like fucking around. She'd be like, oh, I don't think this is a good idea. I reckon.
But she can see the evidence there.
Yeah, she's just seeing how hard you work. She's seeing how hard you work. So you obviously like doing the work, right?
Yeah, nah, for sure, bro. Like fucking.
That's why this is the funniest one. That's why when like guys have girlfriends, like they'll be in fights and like one of the excuses like, oh, like their girlfriend will be like, oh nah, you spend too much time at the gym. Like I want you gotta take me out to dinner or we gotta go to the, you know, and then the fighter won't turn up to training like one day a week because that day is like they gotta be with their girlfriend. Do you want them to get hurt? Like, are you trying to get them smashed and like fucked up? They're not going to training, they're going to show up to the fight and they're going to get like physically injured because they didn't train hard enough for the fight. Wouldn't you want them to go to training so they win the fight and be safe?
Bro, my girlfriend's been pissed off at the fact that I haven't come to the gym. She's been like, she's like, why the fuck haven't you been there? You're fucking not doing anything. I was like, babe, I'm trying to fucking
If you come in today, I'll be like, it's your fault.
Bro,
like, it's your fault.
Bro, she'll be like, it's got nothing to do with me. I've been telling him he's a useless cunt for not fucking coming. I fucking.
You wait till I see her, bro, I'll be like, you took it from us.
fucking, I don't even know how that dynamic goes from being like fucking train every fucking day to be like, yeah, you know what, you know, it just doesn't feel like the day.
It's your all or nothing mentality.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it's hard to like dip your toes in and not fully commit to it.
Yeah, that's good though.
Yeah, that was the hardest thing, especially in the first few months, bro. Talking with you about like training and overtraining. Like that one was a hard one, especially like I couldn't conceive the notion of like you can train too hard. I was like, fucking all training is good training. Like the more hours you put in, the better, right? And like for yourself, you trained a similar fashion for a long time before you pulled it back in terms of finding the balance with. And did that happen with Eugene, or did it happen prior to that?
Nah, we're just like so early on. Whatever I was like exposed to, like you would match like that. Like everyone around me would train, 3 days a week, so I'd train 5 days a week. Like whatever you were exposed to, you would just do that level or look to do more than that level.
Yeah.
So then same thing, I went to Thailand, these guys are training twice a day, but then I need to train 3 times a day.
Yeah.
You know, like I would always just want to outwork the hardest working guy. I kind of...
Because that's always been the common notion in terms of like how to be successful, like to outwork people, If you're not more talented than the other person, then you work harder.
Yes, 100%. Like I'm by far the most talented person I've ever trained with.
Yeah.
I'm like kind of middle of the road.
Yeah.
But I will fucking outwork you. Like I will 100 times out of 100.
That's the one thing that struck me, like when I first met you, like in terms of your work ethic. Like you tired me with the amount of shit you do in a day, like, and the way you look at it as well as you look like it's not like you're doing much in your day. Like you always told me, you're like, I get all my shit done in the morning and then I coach in the evening, but then I've got like a few hours to do fuck all. But I'm like, you're still doing a fuckload more than the everyday person, and
that's the way you look at it. Like it's just the way you look. Like that's like coaching is not like work to me.
Yeah.
That's like you just come down to the gym and catch up with people and show them some cool shit. Like it's not.
But then that's your personality as well. Like the thing is like
training as well. Like I get up. Like I go to training, like cool, hang out with my mates, like punch them in the face a bit, like roll around on the ground,
fucking
get on a bike, like get some good endorphins going, like chill out, go back, hang out with my mates and show them cool shit. Like that's my day.
Like
you know what I mean? And you're telling me that that's like work. You're telling me that's work, and I'm like, that's not work.
Yeah, because like for me, like you're not the type.
I haven't been to work since I was like 18.
But you're the type of human being, right, where you cannot stay at home and do fuck all like the 99% of everyone else. Like 99% of everyone else will be happy to fucking stay at home, have a few wanks, fucking chill, Netflix, get that all done. I'm money over here, alright? But I mean, like, you're like, I can do a little bit of that, but I'm going to get a few other things done in my day, And that's something that the 1% does there, Not everyone can do that,
Oh, I don't understand. We're not speaking the same language.
Exactly, that's the thing. Like when you come in,
earn that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I feel like
it depends.
It's good for the training's good for the soul.
Oh, absolutely, bro.
It's good for the soul.
Absolutely.
So when if I train and I smash it out, I can come home and I can relax.
Do you feel that way though? Like when you don't train, the days you don't train, like because the only day I think I know that you didn't get to train was like one of the days when Isabella was pregnant with Zoe, like in the late stages. I think that was the only day where you did get to train before the Barboza fight.
No,
a few days before Zoe was born.
After Zoe was born.
Oh, after Zoe, yeah.
Because it was like 5 a.m.
Was that? Did that still like fuck with your mind? Like the fact that you didn't get to train that day?
Not that day. Nah. Like, now I'm smart enough to know like if you can't train. You can't train. The only time, this is my rule. The only time I will not train is when if I were to train that day, it would negatively impact more training.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I would have gone to training that day, I would have got sick and I wouldn't have been able to train the next 4 days.
You did.
So then do I have 1 day off or do I have 4 days off? I'd rather have the...
I remember as well, like before the Barboza fight, was it your shoulder? Something fucked up just like a few weeks before that.
Nah, bro.
Nah?
Nah, bro.
Nah, okay.
I don't get injured, bro.
Nah, okay.
I've never had an injury before.
Must be my imagination then. Must be my
It's pure speculation, bro. Pure speculation.
Must be my imagination. Cut that out, man. Nah, but then like I mean, you tape it off like in the last few weeks, like. But that's generally what you do, right? Or is it just the last week you taper off?
Just the last week.
Just the last week,
Just
is
when you
it?
fly over.
Yeah. Do you just do light drills, like just power work and shit like that?
Yeah, just depends on you. Pretty much how it goes.
Fucking hell. Because your weight cut, you start that weight cut from 77, isn't it? Usually.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
nah, a bit lighter now. I come
Yeah.
down to like 75.
Oh, okay, 75 now.
I get
like,
there, yeah, probably 75, and then, bro, the last one, so, like, usually you have to pay, like, George Lockhart and that, and then they bring you, like, meals for your weight cut and rehydration and shit. But it's like $1,800, like, US. And so for some fucking chicken and eggs, bro, you can suck my nuts if you think I'm paying, like, $1,800. Like, I usually just walk around. I usually spend 80% of my time, like, walking around, buying, like, finding avocados in America and, like, fucking salmon and shit, like, shit I can eat. It's like 80% of my time. But then this last fight, so the UFC does it now. Like, the UFC has, like, teamed up with this, like, trifecta and, like, a supplement, form supplement.
Yeah.
Bro, they were bringing, like, 3 meals a day.
Oh, get
like,
the fuck out of here.
to my room, like, for my weight cut. Like, they gave me everything.
Fuck.
I just sat in my room.
I thought they only did that at the PIs. Because at the PIs, I know you get catering over there.
Yeah, but now they did your whole weight cut. Like, they asked you a few questions, like, your weight, this. And then they sorted, like, everything out. Rehydration after it, like, it's like, drink this. It was all sorted.
Yeah.
I don't know why people will pay George Lockhart now. Like, now he's out of a job, right? And I just woke up on weight, and then I just went downstairs and stepped on the scale, and then that was that.
Yeah.
Come back up, job done. Even fight day, they get my meals.
Well, so I mean, obviously with the lightweight cut, I mean, you're usually sitting around what 77, like right, 77, 70.
It's under my wife's nutrition, bro.
Yeah, fucking lamb curry.
She's the king.
But like, what about like when you back in the day when you used to do the featherweight cuts? Like fucking.
I would just like diet down. I got like a big frame.
Yeah.
I got a big like long frame.
Yeah.
So like your muscle holds a lot of the water, but I got like such a big frame that I don't sweat that much. Like I can't like lose that much in sweat.
Fuck, I remember like I've never watched one of your featherweight fights. I've only seen your weigh-in videos, right? Cause like I look at your face, right?
Yeah, but we could.
Like,
that's like back in the day when like IV drips and that were legal.
Oh yeah.
Like, you could just IV.
Fuck, you look gaunt as fuck though.
Yeah, but then you could just like you would just die in the weight cut, and I just didn't care because I was like straight after I'm just gonna plug in the IV and be fine. Like it was, it's like instant. You know what I mean? And then it was the like they banned it like a couple of months before that. So you just go into the fight like this ain't gonna make no change. Like this ain't gonna make a difference. You know what I mean?
Fucking I don't know.
I would make feather with IVs.
Bro, you already look scary as fuck. We don't need you to go down to featherweight. You just look even scarier, bro. You look like a fucking zombie, bro, at featherweight.
Yeah, obviously it was not like the best thing to do. Obviously, it wasn't the smartest idea.
No, I just mean like you already got like just visually you already got these scary fucking shark eyes when you look at people, bro.
Oh no, you look like full heroin addict.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you look
like walk around hotels and like you look gaunt, bro. Like your eyes are black and cheeks are sunken. People like look at you weird. They just think you're on crack.
Yeah, fuck, bro. Like. That's a bad thing you and I both have. Like we always fucking have these weird eyes when we look at people, bro. Like we fucking don't blink when we look at people, and then fucking I look like how you look.
Sketchy ass.
Yeah, but then like fucking that's just us thinking we have manners, like looking someone in the eye. We're like, yeah, hey bro, hey, how's it going? But now you've got that down. You've nutted down that weight cut. In the sense that you do it very comfortably and like because even like a few weeks out you're still eating with a degree of comfort in regards to it's all portion control now, right?
Yeah, but that's because like that's just because I'm smart, because I've done this for like such a long time.
Yeah.
I found like a good way to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can be like, just lose like 3 kilos now.
Yeah.
And I know how to do it. But if you're like playing guesswork, then it'll be hard. Then you probably have to like starve and eat fuck all if you were doing it like stupid.
Okay. Alright. Well, what's your favorite way though of like post-fight celebrations, like after a win? Like, what do you like doing immediately after?
Nothing.
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 Don't want to get on the piss, nothing like that.
Oh, bro, it changes. It changes. Like,
Yeah, obviously now you have like a wife and a baby. It's like
you're
weeks
partying
vacation.
for like a week straight after like wins.
Like back in the day when you were first entering the UFC, right, and you got fucking wins, bro. Like,
Nah, even back then I was like changing. Like when I got to UFC, obviously, like changed it, but. Like I'm saying early on, like the first win you ever get, like you're flying on cloud 9 for like a week straight. And then like, it's nothing like the first time, man.
Yeah.
And then you get like less and less. And now it's at the stage where it's just like, you get like a big win and you're just relieved.
Yeah.
You don't even get like overwhelmed with like excitement and like buzzing in there. Like you're just stoked, but like it's just like relief. Like,
fuck, bro. Like, cause after the James Vick fight, we just like went back to the hotel. Like, you had dinner with Nick and Ash and shit. Had a little bit of Mexican food.
That was funny as. Nah, so we got there like. So after James Vick, we went to this Mexican spot that I've been scoping out all week. Like I was just like all week, I was just going out with the boys. And then they would just eat, and I just wouldn't eat because I wanted to see like where the best spots were.
Yeah.
They didn't find a good barbecue, but they found like this good Mexican spot, and so I was like, I'm coming back to the Mexican after the
But is
fight.
it true, like, because I was talking to Mano about this as well, like the food tastes different to here in terms of like the freshness and shit, right? Like when you eat the meat and all of that.
Oh, if you get like a straight piece of meat, like if
Yeah.
you get like a chicken breast or if you get like a steak, it's nice, good.
Not as good.
It just feels like kind of watery.
Yeah.
But anyway, we went to this Mexican spot, and then they were like, oh, okay, we're just, because we were like, oh, we want drinks, and they were like, okay, just heads up, we're going to stop serving alcohol at 1:30, and it was like 1:24. So we're like, oh shit, like, can we get like 40 beers? Then just like, nah, like max you can get us like 1 drink each. So we're like, fuck, like, okay, get us around, and then we'll scull them, and then like get more rounds. And they were just like, yeah, I guess that'll work. So we're like, get like heaps of beers for the table, like scull the beers, and then we ordered these, what were they called? It was like a big margarita with like a beer in it.
Oh, fucking hey. That sounds
like
fucking poison, bro.
So we ordered all of those to the table, and they were huge, bro. They were like half a liter of margarita.
Yeah.
Like it was like quite a bit of alcohol, and then they same thing, like they came back like almost at 2, and they were like, oh, just a heads up, like at 2 we have to take all the alcohol you guys haven't drunk, and we're just like, oh. And it's like sculls the beers, like sculling margaritas.
Yeah, but that's one thing you gotta remember about Dan Hooker. He does not waste alcohol. Like, if there is alcohol,
oh, you don't waste anything in general.
Nothing.
You don't waste food. You don't waste.
you will fucking finish it.
Don't be
bro.
wasteful.
Fuck, I remember the fight night, bro. Like, we're like looking around, like just making sure, being responsible. We're like, fuck, no beer cans left behind. No. We fucking scrounged everything, bro. Fucking down from the beers to like the fucking like vodka cruisers, bro. I was like, bro, but then, bro, but that's another thing about you, bro. Like, you're a lover of piss, bro. Like, the thing is, any type of piss, bro. Like,
Anything with life must be balanced.
Yeah.
Life has to be balanced.
Yeah.
If you go any way, which way, like too strict, too loose, like that's unmaintainable. It's like unsustainable. You just need balance.
Nah, but I'm just surprised at how easily influenced you get, bro, when it comes to fucking piss, bro.
No, I'm just trying something.
You will try it, bro, and then like after 3 goes, you'll be like, oh fuck, I love this shit now.
Yeah, but there's things but that's vodka. You're talking about the long whites.
Yeah, bro, fuck, why?
Bro,
Why?
come on. They're nice.
Bro, But I
Just
took
go
you-
I don't drink.
I took
don't
you for
drink-
like
I can't
a
drink bourbon. I can't drink bourbon.
yeah.
I can't drink gin.
Yeah.
They just don't
They just
sit well with me.
They
Say anything.
No mixing with Coke.
Nah, I can't touch bourbon. Can't touch bourbon. Can't touch it.
No.
Drunk it. I was way too drunk when I was.
so you'll never drink
14,
Henny and all that
like
shit, right?
14 on bourbon
Yeah.
and got like never drunk it since.
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. You get so fucked up on a certain thing where you have a bad
Nah,
night.
you like have a terrible experience.
Yeah,
with something.
yeah, that's
you
what I
just
mean,
can't go
Jaeger.
back. It's like a lot of people. Yeah, it's like a lot of
Yeah.
people with tequila. Like I like tequila. Like I'll have shots of tequila. I feel like that. That's not like gross to me. Like I could have a shot of tequila and be not sick.
Have you had bad nights like that in like Thailand and Vietnam, bro? Like, because I feel like that's the worst, bro, when you're in those Southeast Asian countries, bro, and it's fucking hot and humid and you're fucking throwing
Yeah,
up,
but you just
bro.
like sweat it out though. You like sweat it out super quick.
Yeah, that's another thing, bro. There's another thing about Southeast Asia, bro. Like, the shits must be uncomfortable as well, bro, because like it's fucking hot and you have this hot, painful shit, bro, after eating all that food, bro. That exotic food.
Right, Vietnam was. Man, I didn't do it. Yeah, but the thing was, I didn't do a solid shit for 6 months. I'm not joking about you. Like that's just life. Like so bum weeds for like 6 months straight.
Bro, you would have torn a new arsehole,
Didn't
bro.
do like
when
a
you were
solid, not a solid.
fucking.
That's just life, bro. You just accept it.
You're like, well,
I was just like,
part of gospel.
this is just how
Well,
I,
there's no such thing as mold in Thailand or Vietnam.
I was like, this is just how I poo now. This is just my life.
Fucking hell, bro. Fuck. Oh, that's nasty, bro. Do you have any good nights though in Vegas, bro? On those Vegas nights, bro, when you'd have fights?
Me, it's a funny thing as well. Like generally, like after a fight, like a big win. If I win, it's funny. We go because they have a green room out back at UFC,
Yeah.
and it's got like all buffet meals and shit.
Oh,
Like
wow.
there's like an ice cream table and everything. If I lose, I go like directly to like the ice cream table and I'll just eat myself sick. And then when I win, like I don't even really get hungry. Like we generally go sit in the green room, coaches eat, and I don't like eat anything. Like I just drink coffee
Yeah.
with sugar in it.
Is that what you did after Gilbert Burns fight?
Yeah, like after Vic, like I just had like coffee. I was just drinking coffee.
Okay.
It's weird, but if I lose, like I'll eat and I want to get drunk. But if I win, like I'm not that fussed about it.
Oh, that's a bit weird, eh? Fuck. But now, because after the Vic one, right? I mean, there's not like a lot of there's basically like a handful of fighters that are available in the lightweight division now that you can fucking fight, right? I mean, you call that Ally Aquinta, right? And then Ally Aquinta was like, "Yeah, I'd love to come down
Yeah,
there,
he ain't coming, bro.
and he ain't coming."
They told me he's booked. They said he's booked already. He's full of shit.
He's on Twitter, like
He's a fluffer, bro. He's just like fluffing up. And then what? Who else? Like
because the only other
Hernandez,
two,
like, and then,
Hernandez doesn't make sense because he's a rank lower than you now.
Nah, he's ranked higher than me.
Since when?
He's 13. I'm 14.
Because I checked the rankings a couple of days ago and you were ranked 14 and he was ranked 15.
Nah, he's 13.
He went down, bro.
Oh, they've changed it again.
I'm pretty sure he went down below you, bro. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Because there was that Islam.
Him, like, there's a lot of people like me and Al. Like, he's a jokester. Like, he's a funny guy. Like, I have no problem with him. I think he's funny, bro.
Yeah.
I like his thing that he's got going. Like, I think he's funny.
Yeah.
Still fight him. Like, but that kid Hernandez, like, he genuinely, his personality, I don't like him.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely just want to smash his face just for the sake of it. I don't like him.
Is it because you
And
don't
then,
feel
like,
he's genuine in terms
big-
of like his like?
I just don't like the way
Yeah.
he looks, bro.
There's another one, right? Fucking, there's
It's
certain people
not-
like they got a face that you don't.
Yeah, like it's not anything he said. Like it's not
Yeah,
anything,
it's just their
like,
face pisses you off.
His face, like his voice. When I hear his voice, like
Oh,
it
yeah.
agitates me, bro.
Yeah.
I just want to smash his face. There's
Yeah.
nothing he can do about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing he can do. Unless he got a voice and a face transplant,
Yeah.
there's like nothing he could do besides me smashing it through the ground.
Yeah, for sure.
Then we're cool.
Yeah.
Then we're cool.
Fuck.
Face and voice transplant. These are his options. Or I smash him into oblivion.
Yeah, right. I don't think that fight happened though. Like that
Nah.
never gonna happen.
I reckon he's a pussy. I reckon he won't fight like 10 weeks after dancing around a guy.
Bro, you know he's calling out. Fuck, I'm pretty sure he also called out Iaquinta. I fucking like after you called out Iaquinta, he fucking called out Iaquinta as well. But like the thing is, well, there's still Kevin Lee hopping between welterweight and lightweight as well, and then you got fucking like. I don't know. There's so many matchups I want to see with you outside of Conor McGregor. Like everyone else, like yeah,
To be honest, like I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like it's all just.
For you, it's mainly just you want to be on that fucking Melbourne card, right? That's right.
Yeah. Oh nah. Like it's not even like I want to be on Melbourne. I want to do this. Like I'm gonna go anyway.
Yeah.
This is not
so you might as well.
This is not my. That's not my thought process. That's not like. I have to be on Melbourne to be part of the most amazing card, biggest fight and thing. It's like, I'm going anyway. I may as well fight someone while I'm there.
You might as well get paid while you're there.
I may as well make some money.
That's
like,
fucking Dan Hooker's fucking mindset for everything. How much am I getting paid?
I'm there anyway. Why would I just fight someone?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But then doesn't it make sense as well?
I'm already fit. I'm on the engine.
Yeah, but then you could also like just go there, fucking chill out, get on the piss, bro. And fucking, oh no! But then are you like? Because
if you want that or this, like I would rather just fight.
Of course, I want that to see you fight, you know, because I'm going to be there in Melbourne. Like I hate people, like I hate going to Melbourne, bro. But like the thing is, like
enjoy the show, bro.
Yeah, you know, it'll be fun. Like fucking. But you know, like it'll be a good time as well if you just went there, bro. You know, you watch the boys get on the piss, bro. You know, eat whatever you want, bro, and you know, like rub it in their fucking faces as well. Like, that'll be fun as well. That'll be fun. Or do you just feel jealous, like at the fact that, like?
And then I'm watching UFC and everyone's like, yeah, like fucking soaking it up, and I'm sitting in the crowd like, fucking.
Do you reckon Kai can make that turnaround as well?
See how he turns out.
Yeah,
like, so everything's dependent on how your fight goes, right?
Yeah, because that still gives you like what, a month after that.
That's pretty hard.
That's a pretty quick turnaround.
They're like, yeah, we'll get it done, and I'm just thinking like, they'll never turn me around that quick. They like 12 weeks is like a quick turnaround.
Yeah, but I've never seen you more engaged and anxious in watching someone fight than when I see you observing Kai in terms of your full fucking attention, bro. I remember like the fucking the card, the Israel Anderson Silva card, bro. Yeah. Like you ignored all the fights. Kai comes on, bro. Like fucking your attention is there.
Yeah. Because like Kai, I trained.
Yeah.
Like Kai, I seen first started training with Kai when he was like 16, and then was like coaching him and a few others at the gym. Like I've seen him from the start. Like I've seen him like the entire time. You know.
Well, he's basically.
That's when you get anxious about it.
Yeah.
Way more anxious than when I fight.
Yeah. Well, of course, because I mean, like when you fight, I mean, like there's a different mindset to like when you're in control of your action.
You have like no control over that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Well, I mean, Kai's on a tear at the moment, right? And like he's already like what? He's ranked in the mid rankings of the flyweight at the moment. Flyweight.
Yeah. I was gonna be shit. I was like, yeah, ranked number 10. I was like, fuck, there's only 12 of you guys, right?
Oh, fuck hell. I mean,
he was like, hey, One News doesn't know that though. Check the story up.
Yeah, I mean, what? That's a handful of fights away from like a title shot, bro. Like you're talking literally maybe like 3 or 4 fights. Like that's about it. And he has a quick turnaround in terms of like how fucking fast he gets back. Like, cause like even in the last fight he had, right? That fight.
Piss my pants.
Huh?
Gotta piss my pants.
Yeah, fucking go piss your pants and come back. Bring the hitty when you come back.
The hitty?
Yeah, bring the hitty. Yeah. Fuck, I need to take the piss as well. Okay. Okay. When's the last time you fucking had bourbon, bro? Like the last time? Is it years are we talking?
It's 14.
14?
Yeah,
Fucking.
straight up. Somebody can scare you for life, bro.
Did you get fucking alcohol poisoning or something?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's the worst, bro. That's the fucking worst. Yeah, fucking.
It's
Like,
like, yeah, but it's only the worst because it's like self-inflicted.
yeah, I
Like
know,
self-inflicted, so you have like no one to blame for it. It's like it'll be like getting food poisoning, which you if they had a burger and you were like, okay, don't eat this. You're gonna get sick. It's infected, and then you ate the burger. It's your own fucking fault.
Yeah, it's a bad one, bro. Like fucking when like you're throwing the fuck up, bro. And you're like fucking, and then you throw up so hard it fucking hurts your throat, bro. And then your throat's
Why are we
fucked as
talking
well.
about this? This is terrible memories.
Huh?
These are bringing back terrible memories. Like,
It's always good to have a sobering like retrospect look at your
made me
fuck ups.
remember fucking 6 months of bumweeds. Then it was like getting food poisoning. Now fucking just making me feel sick.
Bro, fuck. It's sobering. It's a very sobering thought. Bro, fucking. I've never had alcohol poisoning. I've only had nicotine poisoning. Bro. Like,
Nicotine.
or like some, yeah, you know, we do fucking
I
dose.
said it and then I've heard it before with the chewing tobacco.
Oh, real. What's this called?
So I was having like I was
Yeah.
getting it off the head coach in Thailand, George.
Yeah.
Like, he would just give me some, but he had like the American. He's an American guy, so he had like the American one, and then he must have like run out.
Yeah.
So he got like a Thai one, like a Thai chewing tobacco. But like I'm fucking ignorant of it. So then he's like, oh, it's a Thai one, like fucking be easy. And then I did the Thai one, bro. And then yeah, like nicotine, like you get sick, right? Like your fucking head spins, like throw up, like you feel sick. Fucking bullshit Thai.
Fuck that shit, bro. Fuck that shit.
Chewing tobacco.
Fuck, so Sean, tell me when you them said like, you know, that at least they'll have you on the Melbourne card. Like they at least said that.
He gave me the.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We just need our partner.
Yeah, bro. All fucking, you're like a fight junkie, so you'll take anyone anyway.
Yeah, I don't care. Bro.
Yeah.
It's the funny thing. Everyone's like politicking about it.
Well, I'm sure like Eugene probably wants you to like really like wait it out for like a ranked opponent, right?
Yeah, of course he's gonna want to do this.
But
Because you know, I'm gonna do the me thing.
right? Cause yeah, I mean like I can, like in terms of those.
I don't know. I figure if you just beat everybody, then you can just be world champion, right? Like you're just actually
but then
toughest. If you're just actually.
But then fucking
tougher
it's
than
like
everyone
whoa,
else.
that's what Ferguson's doing at the moment because like he's not getting any of those like fucking handpicks, right? He's
It sucks,
he's just getting fucking like he's like oh fuck I'll just take anyone at this point.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
terrible, right? That's just the sport, though.
Yeah, that's the thing because now it's like deadlocked, right? Because you got fucking Poirier, Khabib, and then you got Conor just like kind of drifting around at the moment. You know, just waiting to see how that goes.
Like it's funny he's on, yeah, but it's funny he's on like a streak like that, and then there's like Cejudo, who got like two. Not taking anything away from his wins, but like he was flyweight champ, and then now he's like
Double champ.
knocked out thing. Moraes now like double champ, and so like the amount of time things like change so quickly.
Yeah.
12 fight, 13 fight win streak.
Yeah, fuck with. Well, Ferguson is just a raw deal, bro. Because like that's what I don't get, right?
It's just bad timing, but
No, I don't get this, right? Because with Frankie Edgar and the Holloway thing, right? Dana's been saying he's like, oh nah, like we owe this to Frankie, right?
yeah, well, we genuinely don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Like we genuinely don't know like who's like just a fucking asshole to negotiate with.
Yeah.
Like what if Tony is just like a pain in the fucking dick.
Like a Diaz situation.
Yeah, like a pain to negotiate with.
Yeah.
Like, won't accept. Like, we don't know. Like, I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm saying we got no idea.
Bro, the other thing I wanted to ask you about, because you told me that this fight you had with James Vick was like a real fun fight for you from the standpoint that this was the first time where you didn't have the height and the reach advantage, so you are bridging that distance and you're closing that gap, and you enjoyed that. And typically, like in your fight career, is that something that you prefer in terms of being the longer and taller opponent?
Yeah. So it was like when Twist was just like, let them things go. I was like, we were just sitting down like, game plan. Okay, game plan.
Yeah.
Just let them things go. I was like, what? Let them things go. I was like, this is me. I was like, this is a bit of me. It's basically like mainly the whole fight is like holding back the urge to like just kill, you know? Like, it's weird. That has to just be like in a fight, I guess.
Bro, was that the first fight where you've actually, like, professional fight where you fought someone that was taller than you?
Yeah, bro, 6 foot true.
Do you feel more comfortable though in that situation in terms of?
I found like like the chin was easier. Going up, like not down.
Yeah. Okay. Do you reckon with that as well? Because I remember hearing on Dan Hardy's podcast, he was saying that he will be surprised if he saw you make a move to welterweight in the future at some point. Is that something that you reckon you might do in the future, or you're open to that at least?
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure tomorrow they'll like, if they said, oh yeah, Melbourne, but it's welterweight, I'll just be like,
yeah, that's
whatever.
When I think back to the fact that
I don't get it, like I don't get the complaint, you know, two guys stand on a scale the day before and then the same weight, then I feel like that's close enough.
Yeah.
Whether I'm actually weigh 77 and the other guy cuts weight and then he's gonna be like 80, 87, or 90, like to me, like that's close enough. To me, that's close enough. That's like 10 kilos, like that's.
This is the one thing I'll never be able to reconcile, bro. That fucking heavyweight fight you did, bro.
But I just did it because I was.
How much did you weigh? Okay, so let's
like
break.
84.
84. How much did the other guy weigh?
127.
So that's a 40 kilo weight difference, right? That's not. If I'm talking like middleweight against super heavyweight, bro, and you make the rationale. You're like pride rules. Like that's your answer to it. You're like pride rules, bro.
Anything goes.
Bro.
If they didn't have weight classes, I would still fight.
Yeah. There's that, but like at the time when that fight was offered to you, who offered you that fight, bro?
Nah, so he was supposed to fight there. That was supposed to be like the heavyweight main event on like a show my gym was putting on like that weekend.
Yeah.
And then the guy from our gym like broke his hand like in the last week before the fight. So my coach comes out and he's going, fucking bullshit, pussy pulling out. And then he was like so agitated. I was like yo, the class was like, yo. I was like, how much does the guy weigh? And he's like, I don't know, like 120 or something. And I was just like, hey. I was like, I'll take the fight, bro.
Fucking only in New Zealand, eh? Fucking
and
like.
he's just like, his eyes lit up. He was like, oh yeah? Oh, make some calls. Like, cause obviously that, like, as a heavyweight, he had like more to lose, right?
Yeah.
Cause if he beats me, they'd just be like, oh, he's lightweight anyway.
Yeah.
But if he gets beat, like then it's like a lose-lose situation. So I wasn't sure he was even gonna take it. And then by like Wednesday, they were just like, yeah, like the fight's on.
But because that fight, it was 2 10-minute rounds each, right?
Right. First round was 10 minutes, second round was 5 minutes. So it's 15 minutes.
15
which is
minutes.
Like
So they break it up like that, yeah. What's that like getting hit by someone that weighs 120 kilos and 4 ounces, bro?
It's like different.
Yeah.
Like you can definitely didn't feel like I could like walk them down.
Yeah.
You know, like walk through his shots. Like a lot of the lighter weight guys.
You were hitting him with a lot of body shots, I remember.
Yeah, and that was like really just a waste of time. Like like the huge like
The gut, yeah.
like huge like protector.
Like, that shock absorber right there. Oh, right, yeah. That's my favorite fight. Out of every fight that you've done, that's still my favorite fight to watch. It's still the fight I don't understand. Like, I don't understand your thought process and be like, yeah, I'll fucking do it. Yeah.
Why not? When like I knew that at some stage, like the way the sport was like trending and the way the sport was going, that at some stage they would like not allow.
You would never have that opportunity.
You would never have that opportunity. Like I don't even feel like they would let you do it now.
Nah, no way.
Like,
No way.
I feel like even in New Zealand, like if you were just like, okay, we're gonna get the lightweight champ to fight this
Yeah.
super heavyweight guy, and he's a good fighter. Like he's not like a mug at all. He's like he fought for New Zealand heavyweight MMA title,
Yeah.
5-on-1 kickboxing record. Like he had like 8 pro MMA fights to his record. Like he was like a good fighter. He wasn't like.
That's right. Cause did you soccer kick him at the end of the first round, or was it the second round?
Second round.
Second round. And then I remember you hit him with a body shot, and at some point he was just like, nah.
Yeah, he fucking sucker kicked him in the eye as hard as I could, bro. And he still stood up. And I was just like, oh well, I'm just gonna unload. That's not like swinging.
But surely that's the most satisfying fight for you, right?
I can't imagine him. Yeah, I was pretty. Yeah.
That has to be in your entire career, bro. And no one can say this, right? No one can say that they fought someone that was 40 kilos heavier than them and beat them in an MMA fight, bro. Like, surely out of all the fights you've had, that has to be the most satisfying.
It's up there. It's up there.
Well, what's
comparing your children, right?
Well, what's the most satisfying? What is the most satisfying to you?
It's comparing.
Was it the Auckland one?
It's comparing.
But the Auckland one's the only one where I've seen you get emotional. Like, that's the only one I've seen you get emotional in the
What's the
Auckland.
Auckland one?
Ross Pearson.
I don't know. There's a lot of good memories. There's a lot of good memories.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like my first fight, like that was like when I first won the New Zealand title. That was like I thought I cracked it. I thought I was the man.
Fuck hell, bro. Yeah, I mean, like that Auckland card, like, cause that was when I watched that Ross Pearson fight. I was like, holy fuck, I've never seen Dan like that before. And because I've only. The first fight I saw you was the Casey fight, and every fight after that.
Yeah, but that's like your hometown fans, like that's like all your people.
Yeah. Do you reckon though, like, right, if you get
He's
like
a tough fight, like Pearson's a fucking serious fighter.
You reckon if you had like if you had the Melbourne card and you get out of that fairly clean, do you reckon you'd want to have that Auckland fight?
I heard that. Yeah, I heard it coming back to Auckland.
When's that expected to happen?
Early next year.
Early next year. Oh yeah, that's a great fun time, right? Yeah, that'll be good, bro. Sure you don't want some Indian Jim? Sure.
Yeah. Mark, bro.
Bro, where else am I gonna put that?
Just drink it.
Oh, out of the bottle. I mean, fair enough. Like, it's good stuff. Shout out to Sartre bringing this out, bro. Bro, you know how much of a fucking nightmare it was to set this up, bro? Here I was thinking, right? I was like, my dad works at Mary TV. He's got the technical expertise and the knowledge about audio software and shit, bro. And then me and him are spending like 12 hours, bro, fucking like trying to figure out how this shit works out, bro. And like, bro, it's like fucking 6:30 in the morning, bro, and I'm still up there, bro. I'm like, fuck, how do you get this shit to work? And I took like an hour nap, bro. you know. But nothing gets
in time.
Bro, nothing gets you up, bro. Nothing gets you up like having a little bit of Henny, bro. A little bit of Henny, bro.
Cheers, bro. Podcast episode 1, mate.
Nah, but like, bro, straight up, like, out of all the fights, you don't have one that stands up above all of them.
It's comparing children.
We all know you're gonna have 14 children, bro. We all know that. We all know that, bro.
Working on it.
Bro, I don't even know how you're gonna do that, bro. I don't know how you're gonna have that. 14 children, bro. You can't pay attention to 14 children, bro. You can't remember their names.
Yeah, you just get to a stage and you start numbering them off.
Yeah. Oh, come in. You wanna come in? Hey, come in. Hey, how's it, bro? This is my podcast.
Oh,
How's it going, mate? Wait, what's this? What's this?
come.
Kava. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it actually kava?
No, I'm saying to make a conversation because I thought we needed more data.
Wait, so that's not kava?
It's kava, bro.
Is it kava?
Yeah.
Let's see that, because I've never had kava before.
Never.
Nah.
Run.
So how does this work? Oh, for those who don't know, this is Mike. Mike is Dad's manager. I'm the second manager.
Mike.
John. I've had Henny. But anyway, like, okay, so how does this even
We're
work?
live now.
Yeah.
Ah, recording.
We're recording. So how does it work?
So put half of that there and there.
Half of this in here.
We're gonna wrap the show up.
Yeah.
What are we? Well, let's just
This
keep
is
rolling. Let's keep rolling.
educational. This is educational for people. How does this work? Yeah, drink kava. Yeah.
Disgusting.
See, this is what happens at this gym. See, this is what happens.
It's like cooking good glass.
But even as like a coconut thing, fucking hell, bro.
You drink it over.
I've always wanted to try this shit, bro. Fuck. Alright.
I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan of that?
The taste will get. Oh, yeah.
Nah, I used to drink Carmel brewed whiskey like every week. You just drink.
He drinks it all the time, mate.
I hear it just makes you numb, mate.
Yeah, we got
Makes your tongue, lips numb, yeah.
Well, so you soak it in water or something?
Yeah,
right?
just put it in water, and then what you do is just keep pushing it through the bag.
Yeah.
And just keep soaking it, but let it soak for about 5 or 10 minutes, bro. You want it milk, yes.
Cover it up, bro.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here. We're now gonna make some kava, so we're gonna wrap this up right now. Thank you, Daniel Hooker, for
It
coming
sounds
on
like
the
it's
show.
illegal, bro.
Yeah, it's on the piss. This is what we do. Henny, VBs, kava. We'll see you next time.